and welcome back to Mission Control Houston. You're joining us now inside of the International Space Station Flight Control Room as the crew is enjoying an off-duty time today following a lot of operations over the weekend. In conjunction with all the science and research activity that they do on board the station, it also serves as a platform for involving or interacting with students all across the globe. NASA is very committed to all of its education programs and inspiring a new generation of explorers as they come up through the school systems. And one of the very innovative ways that they have been able to do this is something called the Reduced Gravity Program. And this actually allows students to get involved in a very unique microgravity environment. So why don't we take a quick look at some of the aspects of this exciting program.
I'm aboard the Weightless Wonder flying zero gravity. It's definitely a good time, nothing like I've ever experienced before. I highly recommend it.
We're testing the proposed diagnostics to measure the performance of the nanoparticle field extraction thruster.
And again, that was a really exciting look at the NASA's Reduced Gravity Program. You're joining me back here in Mission Control Houston, and joining me now is one of our education specialists involved with the program, Ms. Veronica Seil. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Now, you're involved very deeply with this program. Why don't you just give us a brief overview of what it entails and how kids can get involved?
Absolutely. One of the things you saw in the video is that we have students and educators who propose, design, fabricate, and use these experiments in this platform in their classroom or as a design project at their university. We have different types of activities with these. For instance, we have a flight week coming up that is in April that's called our SEED, our Systems Engineering Educational Discovery. And that's a unique opportunity because we have NASA personnel, engineers, scientists, and research from all the NASA centers who propose experiments, and they would like for university students to help them fabricate and design them and put them through the entire process to get them to fly on board the microgravity aircraft. And so that's a great collaboration effort between all the NASA centers, between the scientists and engineers that we have that skill set here that's unique, and then to put them together with the university students allows for them to see how it is done and what actually is entailed with taking something up into the microgravity aircraft, kind of mirroring a little bit what it takes to fly hardware on the space station.
Okay, and now you mentioned university students. Is this strictly a university level program, or can lower grade levels get involved?
That's actually a good question. With our undergraduate program, we have community colleges who are able to get involved, and we also have the universities from all over the United States, everywhere. And so we've actually reached 99.9% of the states, and hopefully we'll have 100% after this summer. So
which states are we still shooting for?
We're shooting for Delaware, but we have a team that we're hopefully going to be flying in July. So after that, we can say we have all states that have been represented, even Hawaii. So with that, a lot of the colleges and universities have even, some of them have even instituted their classes. They have accredited classes that are mirrored after what it takes to do this whole process to fly experiment on board. And they have professors who help them get their experiments and get them to the qualifications and everything that it takes to fly. So, and the community colleges is something that we're targeting too, because that's a great line of succession for them to take on to the university level. Also keeps them going on and pursuing a bachelor's degree. And so we target community colleges as well. With the K through 12, what we do is, and how we get the elementary and the junior high and high school level students involved, is we get their teachers involved. It's the best way, it's the best conduit to get to the students. And so the teachers actually have flight weeks where they propose an experiment, and then they involve their students in the whole process of designing it, figuring out what it's going to do, hypothesizing the different things that they think is going to happen on board the aircraft. And they make their own videos, and they have their own mission type in their classroom, which is really, I know we have a lot of videos that are really cute that the kids have put together based on what they think is going to happen with their experiment in microgravity. And then their teachers fly it for them. And they go through the entire rigorous process of getting this experiment on board as well. And we pair the university students up with the teachers with NASA mentors. Here, a lot of times at JSC, and then the NASA mentors actually will help them do the engineering and structural design and all those things that are involved with fabricating a rig to go on board the aircraft.
So real interactive, hands-on experience, which in this day and age so important for these college-level kids, especially as they're moving out. If they're interested in these technical degrees, this is something that's going to look great to any prospective employer, and it's really inspiring work. I mean, we just saw in the video they actually get to fly on that microgravity airplane, which is it's a one-of-a-kind experience. It really is, and that's something NASA, offers to these college kids. What are some of the just off the top of your head, some of the really cool experiments maybe that you've seen floating around up there?
Well, one of the unique things about doing this is that we have levels of containment, and we have a rigorous hazardous and safety plan that goes into effect with putting together the test equipment data package, which is required to fly. So it kind of allows us to test things like we've done stir friction welding on board. We've mirrored the slosh for the capsules and how the fuel would slosh in the tanks in microgravity, and they've tested that to see, the reaction and where it goes and how it goes around the different tanks. With some of the teacher experiments, they try to mirror some of the national standards that have been set out and get those hard to teach physics experiments and things like that just things like mass and the difference between mass and weight, and those kinds of things, they're able to take it to a different level. It's something that we see all the time and we know it, but to have the kids involved in that and to do something that they see the fruit of the labor, and they actually collect the data, they actually have to plot the data, and then that's when it really sinks in whatever concept they're trying to get across.
So a whole different dimension than just learning something in a textbook and taking a test on it. They're actually seeing real life results on these experiments that they help design and fly in this microgravity. So a little bit on the process. How do our students out there actually get involved?
Well, one of the things you've noticed in the video, we have a website, reducedgravity.jsc.nasa.gov, and it has the different programs for a university and community college students as well as for teachers. And we are in the process of starting to plan next year. The proposal process does take quite, it's a 6-month process to actually be able to get the phone call that you got accepted to actually flying with us out at Ellington Field. And so just you go to the website and you can look up which flight week actually fits your needs and fits them where you belong, and if it's as far as you're a teacher or if you're a student in a university or community college.
Okay, well, again, very, very exciting stuff, very unique program. So any prospective students and teachers out there, if you are interested in joining or signing up to try and do this reduced gravity flight, again, what was that website? It was
reducedgravity.jsc.nasa.gov.
There you go. Check it out. Maybe you can get a chance to fly in the Vomit Comet yourself and see your experiment performing in microgravity. Well, Veronica, thank you so much for giving us an inside look at this, and hopefully we get a few more students signed up for you.
That would be great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.